Still, let me do this. There we go. Now people can hear me as well as people can hear you guys now. Hi, stream.
Hi.
I don't know if they want to do that.
Oh god. Oh jeez. Hi everybody. I hope you're all doing well.
You can't.
I could turn off the dark mode lights and you can see everything without the shinies.
Well,
Really just basic. Okay, let's hit the streaming button. Whoop. There we go. Get rid of that scene. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see everybody else on screen, which is kind of annoying. Because
why?
the Foogies are broken right now. The Foogie website is down.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So apologies to anybody coming in who doesn't know who everybody is, but
Foogies.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Foogie website is busted right now, and or updating, and or down, and or doing something. So we have no Foogies, and I have no other real way to indicate like who is talking. I guess I could like take a cut of the Discord screen.
server.
Yeah, I could like.
Oh, there you go. You can probably do that. The little
Like
our little voice chat thing, so you can see the little green bubble.
Yeah, I wonder if I can. I'm not technically in a game here. Like, if I was in a game here, I could just turn on the Discord overlay and have the the pop-ups in the corner as well. You know what? Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let's do that real quick. I'm gonna go over a recap while I try to figure this out.
Oh.
At the same time. I also want to make sure.
Take your time. I could have had the vignette net up. We could have all had our actual avatars up there.
Right? But you didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
But she didn't.
It's hard, man. I don't know how to network stuff.
What am I using for Discord chat? I am using.
I don't know nothing about servers.
I'm using a window capture, so
I
we're gonna
barely
call this.
know how to set up my Minecraft.
I'm gonna call this the cheap Foogie overlay. We're gonna grab this real quick.
Cheap Foogie. Foogie's free.
Even cheaper.
Even cheaper than that.
No,
and
Foogie's
then...
at home.
The
Foogie's
Foogie's at home.
Bernard, no.
We're gonna add an effect. We're gonna go crop pad. And we're gonna fucking crop this bad boy in like, I don't know, 10, 100? 100 is perfect.
No,
and
just keep the whole thing there.
We're gonna go, yeah, right.
Fine. Keep the whole thing.
We're go like
just like that.
Here we go, perfect. And then from the right, we're gonna crop in like, I don't know, 500. Oh, that's 5,000. Hey, fun fact.
Oh, you actually do it by numbers? Yo, I do it by alt stretch.
Gross.
Everybody's got their way of doing stuff.
Now everybody can see stuff, at least temporarily. Let's go, Pog. You can see the chat where it normally is, but you can also see everybody over there. Okay, so last
Meow. What are you doing up there?
Left off, y'all had gained some new powers. Y'all had become super duper awesome people, super powerful. You'd said the first words, the first ideal of the Knights Radiant, which apparently is something important or something. I don't know. Your Spren are kind of iffy about certain things, and they're not telling you all the things. It seems Tesla wants you guys to just learn it on your own. Archive doesn't seem to know everything as is, and is more or less learning with you guys. Whisper just doesn't fucking know anything.
Thanks, man.
Quartz is actively lying about knowing anything, and Kindle is basically saying that it's better if you don't know.
What a bitch.
Yeah. So none of your Spren are really either forthcoming or know more details beyond what you guys have learned for your abilities, your powers, your surges, as they are called. During the I believe it lasts 10 hours, which is the longest storm in a long time. Over the course of the 10 hours, which will give you guys long rests. So on your guys' character sheets, we're just gonna set you all to max. Max focus, max investiture, maximum health.
Did I fix that?
You said max health?
Yes,
Yeah.
max health.
Investiture,
Yeah,
max
so all the way back up
focus,
to 29 for Selith. And yeah, max
Yep.
investiture, max all that stuff. Marin and Rainland, just remember your investiture is technically maximum of 6. It's just the math isn't ready yet for your invested ability that you gained.
The math ain't
Sorry,
math.
coach.
Yeah,
Math is mathin', just not mathin' in the math.
true.
Oh, hey man, I'm hungover. You can't be doing that to me.
Soon TM, math will be better at mathing. It's true. No pressure on Potato, and also thank you very much for this, Potato. It's actually very nice to have an automated sheet.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, dang a potato.
We'll still have to do dice rolls and stuff. For now, we'll do dice rolls in the Discord because we're not going to need Tailspy for this, I believe. Hopefully. It's going to be mostly roleplay and downtime shenaniganry, so it shouldn't be anything too crazy for this particular session. Over the course of the 10-hour storm, you guys are able to get a long rest in and are able to communicate with your spren, learn more of your powers, and I must ask a couple of important questions. 1, do you actively use your powers in front of the other bridgemen that are currently in the same cavern as you?
Nope.
I'm gonna say no as well.
Mine's
I
easy to
don't
say
think I have a
no.
reason to, so no.
Okay.
Not even to test it.
Okay. So you learn your powers, but for those who don't actually actively try to use any of it, you don't learn quite right away how everything works. So you might still have some errors, some misses, some those fun discovery moments with your new powers. Your spren, when they talk, seem to be able to communicate to all of you without the bridgemen noticing. Like, the bridgemen don't seem to hear anything when you're talking with your spren. They just kind of like, the bridgemen just see you four talking to each other and are wondering why sometimes you guys talk at nothing. But it's fine. You guys are talking together. Obviously, it's something all four of you know, so the bridgemen aren't super freaked out about that.
So all 4 of us know that all 4 of us have a spren.
Yes, and your spren can talk
And then an
to
extra
each
guy.
other as well. So, like, you guys have
Nice.
heard Tessel speak, you guys have heard Whisper speak, you guys have heard Archive speak. Quartz speaks to all of you at all times, all time. Quartz, for some reason, just always speaks out loud to everybody at once. Whereas your individual spren can seem to talk directly to you or decide to talk with other people. It seems Quartz doesn't really have the choice or can't seem to secretly whisper to individual people like your spren can. Which brings up another question. Is there any questions that your characters would have in roleplay or in whatever for your spren, now that your spren have sort of learned more about themselves, having gained the first ideal, and some of which have woken up a little bit more, like Whisper, who now kind of understands what's going on, but also still doesn't understand what's going on.
I don't know.
You don't need to have any, but
Then I will say no question.
okay. Selith.
Mostly because I don't know.
I'm just as lost because Whisper isn't giving me any shit. So I'm just kind of like trying to piece things together of like, okay, we've kind of just found out that we all have a spren. I don't know what the frick the spren are. What the frick is happening? They're just little dudes that have elements to them, I guess, and they're good at some things, and some of them are hyperactive. And I'm just
some of
trying to
them are
go
whisper.
with the flow.
And all of them
I
are
have too many
weirdly
questions.
yeah, and all of them are weirdly personified. Like a lot, they look like little people. With the exception of Kindle and I guess technically Tesla is patterns pretty much at all times, but like the patterns move to talk. And then Archive and Whisper look humanoid, like they look like people when they're showing up with you guys. But they don't look like any Spren that you have ever seen before normally. Um, Whisper can look like a wind Spren, sort of the flowing blue lines, but looks like a humanoid when talking with you. Tessel, that is like patterns and sort of hides in patterns of things, doesn't look like any Spren you've ever seen before. It's not, not a rot Spren, it's not a life Spren, it's something completely different. Kindle is literally like burnt marks in things, which is also something that Spren don't normally do. And Archive is like an inkwelled person. These are all very weird and not like these aren't Spren you would see every day. And you see Spren every day. That's just how the world is. But normally it's like, rot Spren look like little bugs on the ground. Wind Spren look like little swirling blue lines in the sky. Life Spren look like little green dots sort of floating around things that are growing. But these Spren that are with you are very different. A bunch of fucking weirdos.
What weirdos?
Varda, do you have any questions for yours? Anything else beyond what has already been said? At least.
No, I don't think so. Just be like, well, we'll figure it out together.
Okay.
Lots of testing to do.
Okay. So, over the course of the 10 hours, the storm finally begins to fade away and turns into a shallow rain, a very shallow, a mist more so than a proper rain. Varda, as soon as you're able to safely go outside, I assume you go out to start making calculations.
See.
You're able to tell that the regular storm it was supposed to come in like 3-ish days or so, has definitely been pushed back because of this storm. This oddly long storm, that was a rogue storm, seems to have pushed back the calculations for the next regular storm, by another 3 or so days. So it looks like it's going to be almost an entire week before the next storm comes. So I say week, but they don't really have weeks. They have like 4 days. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You get the point. About 6-ish days before the next regular storm.
Well, that's good. We have time to get back.
You can hear a little bit of rushing water in the plains below. It seems as if the sudden rain did indeed cause the flash floods that utterly destroy everything in the chasms below and sort of realign everything with Krem again. But it does seem like it would be relatively safe to start moving back towards camps now. The storm has abated. Many of the plants that had pulled themselves into their sort of shelled hides have once again begun to bloom and reach out for what water they can find. And there's life Spren all over the place. Just a sea of green rising up from the water rushing below. What would you guys like to do? It's gonna be you guys, 3 bridgemen from your original crew, and then an entire bridge crew from Sadius's crews.
I mean, are we going back to our prince dude? Hi, Lord.
Probably should.
Do we need to do any more investigating around here? Oh, box. Did we open the box? We opened the box.
You did, yeah. It
Yeah.
was some sort of like pillar that has old history glyphs in it. It also included like the original words that you guys had said.
Mhm.
Lit you up like Christmas trees.
Whee!
And you did get the thing that the High Prince wants.
I don't think there was anything else.
Yeah.
I think we just had to get back.
To High Prince Vama.
Mama.
All right. So the bridge crew is
Cool.
chatting amongst themselves right now. The crew from Sadius's crew. They are the only group that technically has a bridge and knows how to move it. It is one of the large, like the full bridges, not one of those, not one of the shorter, smaller bridges that you guys had originally come with. Who wishes to go and try to get them to, I guess, set bridges for you? Or move the bridge for you? Minus Salith, who could just fucking yeet herself off the ledge and fly.
Yeah.
Salith just it goes to single player.
Bye.
Salith, yeah, Salith grabs the fucking soulcaster and goes, "See ya, bye, nerds." Flies to go turn it into Vamon.
See
You
ya
guys are
home.
never seen again.
Just Iron Man's herself out of there.
But how you guys getting back? What you doing? Who you talking to? And who's doing it?
uh, uh, I
You
don't
got this
know.
tonight. You got this. I believe in you.
I don't know. I
I'll be
got
right
no
behind
idea.
you.
I got no ideas, man. I gotta think. What you got, potato? Uh, my ideas are gonna be dumb. I know it.
No, no, no.
Of all of you, the best one at talking is going to be Marin.
There you go, Marin.
Mhm.
Go for it.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Guess Marin will go try to talk to whoever the lead bridgeman is.
Yeah, sure. You see Lopan, the guy that you know, is seemingly leading the way, or rather, seems to be heading the conversation with an Unklaki, a horn eater, also behind him. Uh, for anybody who doesn't know what a horn eater is, it's just a very tall, red-haired individual. They're just big. Lopan will turn and be like, "Oh, hey, cousin,
Ah, Mancha.
fantastic! It's good to know somebody actually still speaks over here."
So you guys headed back towards camps, right?
He turns towards the Unglaki and goes, well, we were thinking maybe taking the heavy detour more away from here.
Well, why don't you guys? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Sorry, what's the prince's name that we work with currently?
High Prince Vama.
I'm pretty sure High Prince Vama might like to use some extra bridgemen, considering what happened to us.
Hmm. I wonder if okay. I was gonna say, please don't tell me if Ray is down too. It took it a hot second to respond to that. I'm trying to see if Lopen would know the situation in Vama's war camp for Bridgman. Sure, I'd say he would. He goes, aren't most of them conscripts? Not slaves. And he like looks at the group, and quite a few people in Sadius's Bridgman are slaves or otherwise. So a lot of them have brands on their head, marks, glyphs that basically say what got them there. Some people have, murder and theft and other things in big old glyphs right on their fucking foreheads. Um, in fact, doesn't Lopan have one? Hang on. I forget.
I think he does.
Right?
He's gonna have murder.
Yes,
That'd
he
be
does. He does, in fact, have one.
Does he?
It doesn't say on the fucking thing what his branding is. Hang on, where is it? Where is it? What is your branding? Also, yeah, he's missing an arm.
Oh,
Yeah, he's missing his left arm.
just like Bucky.
Did you know he's one of the only members of the bridge crew that can swim? That makes sense. He's a Herdazian. Um,
Ooh. He's only got one arm though.
true.
He doesn't swim so great, but he can swim.
Right? Yeah, why doesn't say it doesn't say on here what his thing is, but he has a brand on him. I know he does because literally all the art has him with the brand on him. How could this happen to me? Why would you do this?
Well, I guess you've made some mistakes.
Right?
My mistakes.
This just says it's a slave mark.
Yep, it's just a slave brand. It doesn't say any particular thing. It's just a good old one, and it doesn't. As far as we know, it hasn't been stated what he originally did. He's just a slave, so he's just got a slave brand. All right, good to know. Yeah, so he's just got the slave tattoo on his head as well.
I thought you said slave mart as an MART. Like,
Yeah.
I was
Well, I
like,
wouldn't.
yo!
I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past the Alethkar to do that. The Alethi may do such things. But he looks back at you, Marion, and goes, "Uh, I mean, yeah. But I think." And the Unglaki will turn and
Tune in.
say, yeah, turn to you and share words. And Sadius follow, probably. Members of Sadius. Lopin sort of scratches at his symbol on his head and goes, I don't think it's going to be that easy for us to get away. Um, it is a safer exit point, though, probably. The Maz War Camp is sort of in the middle, but Sadius's is on like the far end. So it would be slightly safer for them to get back towards civilized society by trying to go through Vamaz territory than rather than trying to go through the fucking unclaimed hills. Or the Frostlands. Ugh. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's still safer for us to just try to run for it.
Run for it.
I mean, we have the bridge, and we have, nobody stopping us for now. How would you like to try to convince Lopen?
Hmm.
What is your
I-
offer or your attempted persuasion?
I personally don't have a way that my character would try to convince him.
Party, team, any ideas?
How are they going to defend themselves? What if you run into more Parshundi?
Or one of those big bug guys.
Oh yeah, a chasm fiend.
I think Lopen's immediate response to "or chasm fiends" goes, "What would you do if there's a chasm fiend?"
Well, we escaped one before
Yeah, we just did. We just did that.
and took out a
Mm.
bunch of people.
Looks at your bridge crew of 3 people and goes, "I don't think many made it out of that though."
They didn't follow us.
They did
Mm.
start running and screaming.
Everyone has a choice. They chose poorly.
Lopen will turn back to Marin and go, "These people okay? Like they're on the level?
Wait, they're on a what?
They're on the level. They're on the level, they're not crazy."
I mean, they're not crazy.
Okay.
They are a little special, but they're not crazy.
Look,
It's true.
if you could just like, I don't know, give a good word for us to the High Prince, maybe.
I mean, if you helping us back to the war camp would definitely be having us put in a good word for you.
It's a good start.
I'm gonna need some research assistance. Could maybe persuade some of you guys could work with me.
All right. Sure. Listen, as long as you can. And once again, he immediately turns to Marin and stops listening to Varda. Just immediately turns back to
I knew that was
to
gonna
the,
happen.
to the other Herdazian
Please
and goes,
hold. Cat just fell. I gotta deal with that.
"Oh,
Where
okay,
you fall?
no worries."
Oh my
Cat- Cat just did a cat thing, so
True facts.
Cats being cats.
Cats being cats.
but what's
indeed.
different is it's not an orange, so it might have more than one brain cell, which is
Hmm.
weird to say.
Now you see, oranges have 1,000,000 brain cells. They're just all in different dimensions.
Uh,
They're just all everywhere except in the immediate vicinity.
I
Which is
feel
why they like to
always
do
have
weird
two
shit.
brain cells. They always have two brain cells. They just rub them together and make a bunch of static. So then they go.
no, that's what happens to the other cats when they get greebles.
Greebles. But yeah, I was gonna say that he sort of turns back to you, Marin, and it's like, okay, look, if you could just like try to get some good words in for us, we'll help out. We'll get the bridge over to there. um, and if Sadius comes a knocking, a few of us might not be immediately in the vicinity anymore.
That seems fair. But you definitely have my word that we'll be putting in a good word with the mom.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. And it seems he is. Oh my god! I'm getting called now. Why? Why would you do this to me? You know I'm
You made your
streaming.
mistakes.
In this
Okay,
chair so
unmuted
long
us.
yesterday, my butt is sore.
Oh no.
Unmuted. Hi, stream. I'm back.
I stream again.
Wow.
Had to go open a door for a roommate because
Eh,
a key that didn't have the correct key on it. Let's go, poggers.
Nice.
Hey.
W.
Okay, face working again. Face working again. But yeah, so Lopin will sort of, finally agree, thanks to Marin. Possibly because Marin is also Herdazian and knows Lopin. Lopin probably even does like the whole like, so how's cousin? How's Marina? Oh yeah, what about Grandma? Like just going over different
Yeah.
names and being like, oh. Right, and you left the farm to do the trading thing too. I remember I got a letter from Auntie, and just like suddenly everybody knows each other when it comes to those two. But has agreed and is now attempting to convince the other bridgemen. It seems like they don't want to go back to war camps, but going back to Vama's war camp is slightly more convincing than trying to find another way out through like the unclaimed hills or something. The war camps sort of cover the entire section of the opening into the Shattered Plains from a Lethkar / the Frostlands. So you'd have to go across the Shattered Plains and over mountains to try to get back into the normal world, which not quite as enticing as maybe a good word with Vama, and they won't have to go back to Sadius. Having been convinced, they will begin to ready themselves, and they begin to move the bridge, and they begin to head out. Is there anything you guys want to do on the day-long journey that it takes for you guys to get back to the Vama war camps?
Probably talk to each other, I suppose.
I guess.
I mean, you could also, help out with the bridge. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, yeah, I could do that. I'll help with the bridge. I'll be nice.
Hell yeah. Do you use any of your powers to do so, or are you just
No, nobody's
joining
gonna
in?
see. Yeah, just
All
joining
right.
in.
Yeah, they see an a rally female attempting to assist them carrying the massive bridge, and they're like, okay, maybe we gotta like try to show off a little bit here. Like, some ladies trying to help us. Like, let's not be total dicks.
We gotta step up our game.
Yeah. So like,
Can't be outbeat by a girl.
yeah, while there would be normally two people on each side, the Unglaki, the much larger gentleman, is like the one standing on your side and helping you on your side. You don't have to do quite as much, hopefully. Trying to support. Anybody else attempting to help out the bridge people or having conversations with each other or whatnot? What's the rest of you doing? It does take a
What's the rest-
day, assuming you're not using any unique powers or anything.
Can I open an else gate? No, I'm just kidding.
I'd like to teleport to. I forget the fucking name of it.
That tower.
Yeah, that one. You knew which one I was talking about.
I know the name, I just don't know how to say it.
Hang on. I think it might be marked here on the map somewhere. Urithiru, I believe, is the
Sure.
name. Urithiru. Like I know where it's marked because I know where it is on a map, but I don't. I'm on the wrong portion of the map.
Hello, good
Gonna
morning.
be-
Oh my god!
What? The cat again? Oh my goodness, he is gonna be gone. Goodbye, kitty.
What's up, Selith?
I was gonna say that I'm gonna be kind of stuck in the middle of doing like helping bridge, being a part of conversation if there is one, because my main focus is like listening out for more bug things and or slash danger.
Ah, okay. You're going to try to keep your ears out for any possible chasm fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Easy
And then I'll
enough.
just like absentmindedly like help with something. If someone drops something, I'll pick it up or like absent-minded stuff.
Yeah. With your strength being what it is, you are well above the average bridgeman when it comes to strength and holding something. So you go to one of the sides and go to pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, we'll help. You don't need it. Okay." You're just like, "Oh yeah, this is easy."
Yeah. Probably don't even notice them because I'm just like head on a swivel, just yeet.
What's your lifting capacity maximum? 500 pounds because you have a 4 in strength. Okay.
Yeah.
This is fine. Yes, and you're very easily able to. Exactly. The bridgemen are like, oh wait, we can. Oh, never mind. Yo, she's an Ardent wearing full armor and has a sword at her side and a shield. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't mess with her. Let's just let her do what she wants to do. Yeah, you're very
Big ol'-
easily able to assist. Uh, uh, Marin, what are you doing for the trip?
Mm,
The bridgemen don't seem
pro-
to assume that you guys will help. Like they're very much like this is our job. So when Seleth and I help out, they're like, "Ah, shit. Okay, maybe we should try to act nice. So don't feel obligated
uh,
to assist."
no, no, Marin would not be able to assist. Period. He'd be a waste of space. Um, his help will probably just be in the way of leadership, just keeping an ear to the ground and just if he notices something, might say something.
Heck yeah. Your perception is the same as Celit's. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Tanai's is only one higher. Vardo, what are you doing? If your cat has been under
he-
control now.
He's downstairs now, so he'll stop knocking all my shit over. Um, yes,
You
keeping an eye
definitely
out for
is.
like storms and chasm fiends and all that noise.
Okay.
But also, I don't know what we got for food. If it's gonna take a whole day, we're gonna need to stop eventually.
Yes. You guys will have grabbed the materials that were available from the camps outside when everything was being put away. So you guys do have the camp worth materials, as well as I don't know, would the chol still be there? I'd say yeah. I'd say the chol and the chol carriage that originally held the tent, the big tent, was also brought in. So you guys have that. And you probably ripped out the tent from there and
Oh,
threw in the materials from there.
let's
Hey.
go. Marin can guide the Chol.
Hell yeah, and without issue, uh, when the bridgemen are trying to get the chol to move, Marin, you you go up to it and are just like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I got this. Here, come with me." And the chol just like turns and goes, "Okay," and just immediately starts lumbering after you, pulling the carriage. Uh, with your training in Eastern farmland, you're like, "Oh yeah, easy peasy. It's a chol. I got this." No animal handling needed. This is a trained chol, so it very obviously follows the exact orders you would expect it to follow for an Eastern chol that is trained. Um, which means supplies and resources are great. Good enough to get home at least. So what else would you like to do, Varda?
And I want to make some food, like soulcast to some food for
Okay.
ingredients. Wait, yeah, I gotta find out who can cook.
Uh-huh.
Gotta see who can cook and what they can cook. I want to ask around. Um, I'm not a good cook. I doubt. I know how to not die. I got a little survival, but I'm not like a chef.
Asking
So I
around,
don't know.
uh,
Yeah.
if you ask Lopen's like, "Oh, I could go for a chota right now, but I don't. I'm not a good cook." Uh, as far as I know, I don't know if we have any good cooks on hand. And he'll look over once again towards the Unglaki, who just sort of like shrugs and goes, "I could make stew. Stew good."
Oh, what you need for stew? What's a good ingredient to add? I'll see if we have any. Something
Mm,
something nice and like extra that you won't normally have. You know, as help. I'll see what I can
mm,
find. As a thank you for the help, I mean.
hmm. Okay, what would a horn eater say? I'd probably be like, would he want like spices from his homeland? You know what I mean? Would he want like
Oh yeah.
he's just like, yo, a horn would be great actually, just so that I can chomp down on something right now. Like, mwah.
Mm.
I don't think there's any like viable like salts or anything here other than what would be in material. You know what I mean? Like unless it's soulcast and brought over,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think there'd be
I
any real
can.
like good salt here that isn't poisonous. For those who don't know, if you try to mine for salt, that shit's poisonous. It's very poisonous. You can die from salt mines. There's a reason it is very heavily refined. It's not like ocean salt. If you do mined salt, it's not good. You can die from that if it's not handled properly. It is poisonous. Um, but he'd probably request something like that. Probably something like the salts and stuff.
Okay. I'll see what I can dig up.
Okay.
I'll bring them to you when we stop.
Ha ha ha. Salt mine. See what you can dig up.
Ha, ha.
Are you going to use your transformation ability to do so?
Yeah, I want to try.
Hell yeah, let's give a try to your lovely ability. So, those who don't know, let me bring up the handbook here. So ignore my background being Lucy and David in space. Ignore my Cyberpunk Edge Runners background for a second. Let me open up the handbook here on stream so everybody can just see what's up. What's up and what do. We're going to go to Surges. We're going to go over here to Transformation. We're going to look at this Transformation difficulty class. Okay, so you're trying to turn what I assume to be either stone or clay into salt, which is just going to be solid into organic or solids, organics, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's going to be DC 10 anyways. You have a transformation score, a transformation rank of 2, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
So you can try, if you would like, you would use 2 investiture, but you could just breathe in more stormlight. You guys do have enough marks on you. 2 investiture for up to a medium amount of this change, or you can just use 1 investiture for a small thing. So you can grab like a handful of stuff and try to transform it into salt if you would like.
I don't know how much you need. I'll ask him. Like how much you need about? Like a big pile of salt, a little bit of salt.
You're like, how much do you need? And he just sort of like holds his hands out and goes like, like this much? And just like gestures with his hands open a little bit.
And I was like, okay, I'll just like use my hands and like measure his hands and be like, all right. And I'll find like a clump or something about that size.
Okay. How in the open are you using this ability?
I'm gonna try not to be super obvious about it. Because I'm
You
gonna
do have a soulcaster on your person, I believe, correct?
Oh yeah.
Richmond probably
They don't know how
what...
this works.
Say, Richmond probably don't know what the essences are, and probably doesn't know that salt is definitely not the essence that is in that soulcaster right now.
Yeah, I'll go do that. I'll put on the Soulcaster. And I won't actually use it, but they don't know that.
Okay. Yeah, so you put the soulcaster on your hand, you grab the clump of stone or material, and you're gonna change a solid into a solid. That's just a DC 10. It is going to be a transformation test. So in this case, it's going to be a D20 plus 5, because that is what your transformation score is.
Whee. Hell
Easy
yeah.
fucking peasy. Yeah, you hold on to it. You feel the stormlight sort of flicker out of your hand into the object, and as you do, you hear the soul of the stone go. But I'm a stone. I don't
But
want to be
salt.
salt. I'm stone.
But you could be salt. It'd be so helpful.
Helpful?
Look at all these people depending on you to be salt.
Salt. And then it begins to change and shift into a pure piece of salt.
I want to go back to him and be like, salt.
So I assume you used the soulcaster then sort of in the open because you now just have the soulcaster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, any of the bridgemen who saw you were like, he can use soulcasters. Oh my god, he can use the soulcast. The horn eater just like wide eyes goes, you can use. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, yes. And grabs it. And for one of the breaks, we'll make some soup for everybody with some of the salt you made.
Hell yeah.
it seems like your
Probably.
transformation ability is easy enough to use. It costed you a bit of Stormlight, but if you just breathe in a little bit again, you'll feel yourself light back up. You'll feel the energy restore to yourself. You do notice a few of the marks in your pocket go done, so they lose their light from them. You're able to pretty
What
quickly
is that?
tell that the Stormlight is indeed what is fueling everything. That all of these cool powers you guys have is powered by Stormlight, which is captured by the lovely marks that you guys have and other gemstones. And you didn't even have to use the Soulcaster.
Hey. Yes, I did.
Which is good because that was an organic Soulcaster. But I mean, if you change something to Bode, it's still a DC 10. Okay. Anybody else doing any ability tests or scores or shenaniganry?
Nope.
Before you make it back to Vamaz War Camp?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Oh, Self?
I said no.
Oh, okay. I only got the part of the ending of that. I didn't hear the part. I only heard the O's, not the N. Okay. As the bridge makes it, the final crossing before the more permanent bridges have been installed. Some of the bridgemen will pay more attention to you guys and what you end up doing. They do pick up their bridge and continue forward with you guys, sort of making sure that they're close enough to you guys that you don't just like run off or say anything crazy about them, if possible. Seeing a bridge coming that they weren't expecting, a member of Vamaz soldiers. You hadn't seen this person before, but they are wearing the sort of orange stripe of Vamaz colors. As they walk out across the more permanent bridges towards you guys, and goes, you guys were the ones sent out for the Soulcaster, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's fewer of you than we expected, and more of... and looks back towards the Sadius's bridge crew with the bridge. Right, please come with me, and we'll turn and begin walking back towards Vamaz War Camp. You following with him?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. He brings you into the war camp. As you go towards the bridgeman side of things, where the three bridgemen that were originally with you guys, yeah, sort of go up to the individual who's taking you and like talks to him for a second. He goes, "Right, you'll be afforded your vacations, as it were. We have to have a conversation with the rest of them. We'll contact you in a bit." And the three bridgemen who were with you guys originally sort of walk off towards the barracks for the bridgemen of Vama. He will then look at all of you and go, "Right, I'm going to need you all to wait here for a few moments. I need to get somebody else for this." And we'll turn and head towards the sort of higher end area, the Light Eyes district, while leaving you guys around the barracks for the bridgemen. It takes a few minutes before finally you see a group of people coming in your direction. somebody who most of you would know as being sort of a commander here. Um, there is another sergeant. There are a couple of scribes, and a few other women also following along with. That all walk right up to you guys. The commander immediately chimes in before any of you can say anything and goes, "Right, first things first. Did you find the Soulcaster?
Yes.
Is it still in your hand, by the way, Varda?"
No, because that would have been the night. Wait, would that have been the night before or the same night?
It'd be the same day. It takes you just the one day
Oh,
of
then
travel.
I'm
Yeah,
totally still wearing it. Yeah.
yeah. Basically, you guys were able to have lunch along the way and then continue along the way, and you get here before the end of a full day's travel, basically. Um, all right.
I'll just say yes and lift my arm up.
He squints his eyes for a moment and goes, "Have you used it?"
Yes.
All right. Well, it looks in working order. We'll need you to come with us, along with the other 3 contractees for this. I do have a question about the Bridgeman of Sadius's crew. Why are they here? And what happened to your bridge?
Well, the reason they're here is because without them, we would not have made it back.
Hmm.
And our bridge was destroyed by a fiend.
He looks towards his sergeant and goes, "I was told there were no chasm fiends in the direction they were headed."
I guarantee you, there's at least one, or there was.
The sergeant
It's
to his
very
side,
mean.
the sergeant to his side goes, "Well, that was up to Scout Eheim and the other sergeant." Commander, almost rolling his eyes, looks towards you all and goes, "Where is that sergeant, by the way?"
Probably wherever that chasm fiend is.
You're lying to him then, Varda. Is that what I am to understand?
It depends on your perspective.
My perspective is that the chasm fiend is definitely not where you killed the sergeant at.
But it is out on the plains.
True. I would say that that is obviously a deception. So if you can give me a deception roll, please. Unless if anybody would like to tune in and try to help out.
Nope.
Can I roll with him to try and?
Well, how are you joining in to try to convince? Because depending on how you're trying to assist in this deception, it'll probably just end up giving him advantage.
I I looked at my deception and I'm like, nah, it's not good enough.
All right, no
You
worries.
could try to help in a different way, though.
Oh yeah.
I'll just stand behind him menacingly.
Varda, I'll need a d20 roll and a d6 roll, please.
Oh.
We'll be rolling the plot dice along with this. Okay,
Rip.
so you rolled. Hey, you did roll the +4 on the plot dice, but it's a complication.
Rip.
So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 against his. Okay, so it still fails anyway, and you get a complication. Let's go, poggers. Immediately he goes, if you know what actually happened to him, I recommend you immediately tell us.
We do, but don't know who we can trust.
All right.
So I suggest if there's anyone around here you can't trust with more sensitive information, we go somewhere else. Or they go somewhere else.
Fine. Let's go over with what we're going to do with these bridgemen. These bridgemen are Sadius's crew. But we did just lose portion of ours, and I'm guessing it wasn't a happy joint action that you had with Sadius. Is that correct?
Correct.
Looks at one of the scribes and goes, how hard would it be to put a couple of slaves in the ledger? He nods her head and goes, not hard. We can rename a few of them to match what we just lost and act as if we happen to bring in a few more. Good enough for me. Congratulations, you're now slaves of Vama. The bridges here are a lot nicer than Sadius's, though. Also, let's get you some actual clothes. What the hell was he dressing you all in? Take care of them. Make sure that they're not as dead as most of Sadius's crews tend to be. Please and thank you. She nods and rushes off to get a couple of the other troops to attend to the bridgeman behind. Lopin will look at you, Marin, and sort of nod, and you hear him go, thank you, thank you. Good enough for now. We'll see what we can do.
Mary will just kind of respond with a nod and smile.
Right. While that's taken care of, I suppose the rest of you are about to come to my office. Let's go. And he will turn around and head into the Light Eye District. Is there anything you guys wanted to do on the way? Or are you just going to follow him straight to his office? Any conversations you want to have with each other, I suppose, is the better thing here before making it to the location.
I guess not.
All right.
Nope.
In that case, you're able to make it to his office. It is guarded out front by multiple members of Vama's infantry. Heading through the door into the main area of this office, he gestures for a couple of the other women who are tagging along to go away, leaving two scribes, himself, his sergeant, and one other soldier inside the room. Right, this is about as private as it's going to get for the time being. And what actually happened?
So they're dead.
Better than them talking to Sadius, I assume.
Well, that's why they're dead.
He looks at a sergeant and
They
goes,
were good.
that scout still here? He nods. Make sure he's not here anymore. Next. What else, information-wise?
So they were working with him. Said they wanted to take the Soulcaster, give it to him, and kill everyone else. Also, some Parshendi showed up. They killed all of them that were up above while we were looking for the Soulcaster.
Huh. Huh. So what you're saying is if somebody finds any bodies up there that aren't blown away by the high storm, it'll look like they were killed by Parshendi axes?
Potentially.
Not all of them.
A few is fine. Parshendi that have been showing up with our weaponry have been a problem as well. We could try to play it off, and Sadius will have to agree. After all, Sadius can't openly say that he was trying to snipe something, trying to take something from another High Prince, not with what King Pelikar has been doing. We can spin this. Good news. Not for our original bridge crew and soldiers, obviously, but at least for you four, it's good news. Congratulations, you completed your task. Now we have to talk about rewards, and also you need to hand over the Soulcaster. Don't hand it over to me, though.
Oh.
Make a ceremony of it. You'll hand it off to Vama himself. It'll look better that
Vama.
way. It also means that all
Neat.
four of you are going to meet Vama. Congratulations. I'm going to need to know what you're planning on asking beforehand. We're going to do this script style. Mark down what you're planning on, and I'm going to preemptively tell him about it. That way we are able to determine your rewards beforehand, and it doesn't turn into a big mess. We'll have to make a bit of a parade about it. A fanfare. Are you all alright with that?
Yes.
Uh,
Let's go over what you're planning on asking for. Any gestures for one of the scribes to come over? I'm going to have them write down exactly what you want. If it's easy enough that I can guarantee it myself, I will, and I'll just pass it on to Vama that you've already been given the reward, and to say what the reward is. If it's a reward that's harder to come by, it may take a moment for him to decide how he wants to handle that. But Soulcaster is worth a fortune. Don't be too greedy, but feel free to ask for what you want and what you need. Who's going first?
Not me.
All right, not the Arelli.
Sure, I would just like some marks for the service provided.
Marks. Easy enough. Merchant. Are you looking for enough marks for anything in particular?
I mean, while you guys didn't know that there was betrayal among it, it was a little dangerous.
Not to mention the Chasm Fiend.
Are you perhaps looking for enough money to guarantee an escort of troops?
That could be a good idea.
Mercenary fees, that's easy enough. For now, put it down as like 100 marks or so. I'll see what I can pull. A boon of marks shall be yours. I'll make sure that it's enough that you can have a small mercenary contingent for at least the rest of the year. Very small. Guards, more so than mercenaries, I suppose. Is that fine? You can use the money how you please afterwards. I'm not requiring you to buy guards with it. I'm giving you enough money that you can if you wish.
Thank you.
Wonderful. That one was easy enough. Who's next?
Okay, I will also just ask for marks. I was like, yeah, okay.
Enough marks for professional guards for a year for Marin. Deny. Right, and what is your goal with the marks?
Just to gain, use them in ways to gain more knowledge, I guess. Like on books and stuff.
Oh, you wish to buy knowledge. All right.
Yes.
Don't know how much money that would be. I can give you a similar amount of marks to your merchant friend there, and let you all sort out how you plan on using it after the fact.
Sounds good to me.
Marin's is a more tangible number. The merchant Herdazian's is a more tangible number that I can actually calculate. Yours is less. So I'll just give you the same amount I give to him.
What was that again?
As of right now, I don't know. I gotta look it up. It's probably gonna be around 100 marks, but I want to look up how much it costs to have tier 0 guards for a year. Is basically what I'm trying. I'm gonna go look up.
You can put it in parentheses next to your current marks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's put 138 total.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm actually gonna scroll through this because there's
Question mark.
goals and rewards. If I go to rewards and I go to the goal rewards section, so there's companions, which are NPCs that you can get as a reward. Basically, I could give you the guard reward through this, or just straight up monies. Fabrials and high quality gems. You can get a tier 1 gemstone for tier 1 fabrials. Patrons backing. Here we go. Operation budgets. There you go. It's 1,000 marks for an operation budget.
Holy.
Oh my god.
So you'd get an operation budget of 1,000 marks, which means anything related to whatever you plan on doing for your stuffs would be 1,000 marks. So if you guys are fine sharing that, I'll probably do that. So you guys will have an operational budget, and we'll just have like a joint budget for Marin and Tanai. Probably for your entire crew if you guys are all staying together.
Plus joint budget of 1,000. Okay. I'm good with that.
Then I'm gonna do this, the group budget, and I'm gonna go 1,000 arcs out of 1,000 marks. And I'm just gonna fucking pin this, baby. So this is going to be your yearly budget granted to you by your patron, thanks to what you have decided on. Basically, multiples of you wanted money, so I'm just going to give you the economic backing of a wealthy trader patron, which in this case is actually an Alethi High Prince, but ignore that. Meanwhile, an actual Alethi High Prince is supposed to give you advantage once. One advantage per scene on persuasion. Just crazy. Basically, you can use his name as an advantage once per. I believe it's per scene.
Just name drop.
It's also pretty busted for an envoy as well.
Mm-hmm. It's enough to be comfortable, is what it says. The amenities for a PC of tier 1 with a patron is supposed to be comfortable lodgings and travel worth. So for economic, it's 1,000. For persuasion, it's you get at least 1 per thing. You'll notice shards are not available until PC tier 2. As a direct reward, very importantly, you can still be loaned those as a non-direct reward. At lower tiers so that you can train in them.
If I push further into diplomat, if I have a patron in high society, which can be the High Prince, I could gain that effect.
Mm-hmm. Correct. There's also a Knight Radiant one, so you could bond as a squire with another Knight Radiant.
Holy.
With just an NPC Knight Radiant if you were if they were your patron, and then their whatever tier they were. So whatever their tier is what their path thingy is at. Their ideals. Good lord. Okay. I'm gonna go back up to transformation for a second so that I can get off that page. Next, either Varda or Selith, what would you guys like request?
I got
I'm gonna. Go ahead. Go ahead.
so if it was possible, like a research area with library access, you know. I don't know if you guys have a library here. But kind of trying to look into artifabrial stuff. If there's anyone that could teach me that or help me with crafting.
Yeah, the entire time that you're like, things to read and anti-fab, doing fabrials. He's just kind of staring daggers at you because he's like, great. An Alethi male who wants to read and do books and is also a storm warden and also wants to make
You're
fabrials. What is society?
welcome. It's a
Who has
social construct.
yeah, who has ruined this person for society? No, but he'll go. Right. It seems as if most of you are just going to want patronage directly from Vama. Access to books and resources that Vama would have access to is fine. There will be limits. You're looking for assistance in studying fabrials. While we don't have direct access to any notable scholars in the field, we can get you the research notes. We can get you the materials. If you're looking to research into making them yourself, we could do that instead as well. We can provide the materials to make a fabrial should you wish.
Yes.
Okay.
Both.
Yes.
Either. Yes.
All right, then we will give you the resources required to make a tier 1 fabrial of your choice, which will just count towards researching, as well as the materials to redo your current unique fabrial should you wish. So if you don't want a Cremriel anymore, you can change it to a different unique fabrial, and then you can make a tier 1 fabrial, and we can go over the list of those later when you're doing the crafting. So right now you've got tier 1 fabrial and resources to remake unique fabrial. So we'll just say that for nowsies. And finally, Selith.
I'm gonna squint at him. I don't think you're gonna like what I want.
What is it that you want, Ardent? And I look at him, and he looks at me.
I want to acquire shard blade and shard plate.
Hell yeah.
And the horse, but that that can come later.
You have aspirations to be a card bearer.
Yes.
Without the training required, cannot guarantee that we can get you such things, and we definitely cannot get you such things personally. However, we have recently contracted a shard bearer that we can get you in contact with. They may be willing to loan said shards so that you can learn and duel. Earning your shard blade and possibly plate, mostly blade, will depend on how good you are at such duels against others, and if you're able to convince them with enough of your own wealth, materials, or otherwise, put their shards up as a part of the duel. Also, convincing them to duel a female Ardent might be a bigger problem.
They're scared they're gonna lose to a girl.
Mm-hmm.
He smiles a little bit and goes, "There is an Ardent sword master in the Dalinar camps right now. He would definitely put me in my place." And nobody would accept a duel from her. But the contracted shard bearer will be here in the next couple of days. I can let you have a direct line to them and have a conversation with them. Is
You do
Zaya
that.
willing? They'll take a liking to you. Is there anything else you would like that is more manageable? Having access to the shard bearer is not quite as expensive as your friends here, but a shard we cannot give you directly. A shard alone could buy a kingdom.
Mm. Maybe just keep me in the loop, because I'm sorry, I missed the part of the conversation earlier. You said that through my wealth and through training, so I'm gonna have to help pay for it.
So, if you're trying to get a shard of your own, you'll need to duel somebody, and you'll need to put up something
Yeah.
equivalent in value that they would be willing to actually lose their shard in said fight. That could just be you taunt the shit out of them until they're like, "Fine, I'll fucking wager my shard against who gives a shit. I'm gonna kick your ass," and then you win and you get their shard. But most of the time, it requires you to put up a shard of your own, which means you need to have somebody who owns a shard already that'd be willing to loan you one and possibly lose that shard, which is going to be hard to come by. Or you can find enough resources or something else that's worth a lot to whoever you're dueling. Basically, a duel is a bet, and it's whoever's stronger wins, right? And that's really the only way you can earn a shard here in Alethi culture easily, if you're not just loaned it by your high prince. And Vama is about to contract a shard bearer who is not technically Vama isn't loaning him the shards. Apparently, this shard bearer owns the shards that they're coming with.
Mm.
But because it is under Vama's group, they can get you in contact with this shard bearer, and perhaps they might end up liking you enough to train with you and teach you how to use a shard, and perhaps even loan theirs to you so that you might duel with it. But
Okay.
probably not loan it to you with the ability to duel with the loss of it. So you'll need something else of
Mhm.
value.
Mm,
And what he's saying is getting you in contact with the shard bearer is mostly up to you anyway, so it's not really much of a reward. So what else would you like that's more tangible that I can actually give you?
right. And now I'm trying to think of what the
Yeah.
values are. Like, would it be valuable for me to like upgrade whatever armor that I have or have access to like a bunch of nice weapons that I could, you know, bet with?
You could. So you're wearing a breastplate right now. You can actually now wear the half plate,
Mm.
and it would give you a deflective 3. Uh, and you'd be able to wear it comfortably because you have a strength of 4. But also, weren't you trained in it? Hang on, were you trained in?
I have heavy armor proficiency.
Oh, you were trained in breastplate, is what you were trained in, which makes it
Mm.
presentable. So you can get half plate for actual combat. So what you can do is wear your deflect 3 plate if you're actually out fighting people,
Mhm.
and then when you're going to like meet with people, because you're an expert in wearing a breastplate, it looks presentable. So you
Mm.
can actually wear like a breastplate to parties and stuff, and people won't be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? Why are you wearing armor?" They'll just be like,
Yeah.
"Oh wait, damn, that Arden actually looks good wearing that armor. Holy shit, like a uniform. That should look good."
I look good and everything. What you talk about?
And that's 400 marks directly, which is like that's half of the budget the other 2 people got together. So if you wanted a half plate just to get half plate as like a start towards working towards stuff, 100% that could be the reward. You do not
Yeah,
have the
I kind
strength
of.
requirement to use the full plate yet, unless you're
Mhm.
constantly enhancing yourself.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I will.
you can if you want to.
Uh, I will ask for the half plate with access to talk to smiths and stuff, so
Oh,
I
sure.
can
Yeah,
customize and get
that's easy enough.
better weapons.
We'll go, yeah, that is easy enough. If you're planning on staying in Mama's war camps, we are appreciative of what you've done for the High Prince. You all are welcome to stay here. We'll cover your stays here, should you wish, for as long as you wish. Should you wish to assist us more, we are glad to have you. Otherwise, our resources are at your disposal. And that includes our Soulcaster, which hopefully we'll have on hand soon. Um, and any access we have to armory. So all of our weapons, armors, our trainers, that kind of stuff. Did you all wish?
Oh,
So I'm gonna add an armor to your sheet. Half plate now. Whoops.
yay! Yeah.
And I'm gonna do /3 on your deflect value so that you know which one is which. It's 2 if you happen to be wearing your breastplate, and it's a 3 deflect if you were wearing your half plate at the time. If you're in a presentable
Wouldn't that go?
situation, you were at like a party or something when you're attacked, you're 2 deflect. If you're not at a party, it's probably 3 deflect because you probably wore your big armor.
Mhm.
Cool.
W.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You have the requirements to make it not cumbersome for yourself because it's cumbersome 4. You have a strength of 4, which means you are not slowed and you do not have disadvantage on speed attribute tests. Amazing. All right. Like a fake soulcaster. True. I just saw that. Well, in that case, I believe the rewards for you all will be quite easy. Tomorrow, is that fine for you all?
Neat. You wait, hold up. You said we have access to armor and weapons and trainers and all that.
Of course, to a limit. Our garrison, our quartermaster isn't going to give you free things, but we can loan out and we can allow training, as well as
Awesome.
for the more practical weapons. It's easy enough for us to just grant unto you the practical weapons. I think most of them aren't too incredibly expensive. Let me check. Yeah, most weapons sit around like well below 50 marks or lower. So anything below 50 marks, they'll probably just be like, just fucking use it. I don't care. Did it not color change? Oh my god, it didn't color change. What the frick?
It's also not doing dark mode. It just says who turns out the lights and then does nothing.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I click on dark mode, it just doesn't do anything. I don't even know if it's taking 60 points out of my thing or not. I don't know. It's fine.
Oh, it requires a message for this reward. That's not correct. Why is it requiring a message? Here's the issue. It requires user input. It should not require user input. You're supposed to type in a message and then hit enter and then it would do a thing because it requires user input right now, but I just changed that. So let me just send that signal again. And that should fix that one. So now dark mode should work again, probably.
There you go.
Yep, dark mode works. Easy peasy.
But no red.
And then, yeah, why didn't red
Oh.
work? That was weird.
It just turned off your blue.
Right? It did the reset, but it didn't actually then do the red. Oh, well, I'll just manually do the red. There we go.
Thanks.
But yeah, so you'll have access to all of that as well as he will go. And also for you, Storm Warden, if you would like, you can freely enter. Oh, and for the Arali, you can freely enter what little of a library we have. We did bring some books forward.
Awesome.
Cursed.
W.
So
That's
you're
the
all
best combo right there.
welcome to
Sorry.
try.
Oh, I want back.
You'll make a big deal of passing the Soulcaster to them as well during the ceremony tomorrow. That being said, we are going to keep that Soulcaster under lock and guard, so if you can not hand it to me currently, but we're going to put it in a lockbox, and we're going to lock it away, and we're going to have you pick it back up before you hand it to him.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed. It's a little broken.
That is fine. We have other Fabrial gems we can use.
Okay, good. Just don't want to, hand him a
What
broken soulcaster.
what essence is currently in it? Do you know?
Bone.
Oh. Alright, usable. Perhaps we should bring in a Fabrian beforehand and make it repaired so it looks like you're bringing a fully powered one before...
You should have me there when they repair it because I want to see and I want to learn.
No, you're bringing it from a ruin. Perhaps it should look ruined. You'll bring it as is.
Okay, but then afterwards, can I be
Yes.
there when they repair it?
When
Okay,
we
cool.
repair it and we bring in a Fabrian and an actual Soulcaster, somebody who's trained to use them, you will be there as they are repairing it.
It's not that hard to use it.
He sort of like squints and goes, I don't believe you. But we're going to lock away that Soulcaster for the time being. We'll hand it back to
You
you.
want a demonstration?
He like tilts his head and goes, huh.
Just to make sure that it works and everything.
You make a point. Fine. You like a hunk of rock.
Sure, unless you want something that you currently own to be bone.
No. And he sort of looks back towards one of the soldiers who's still there, who nods, or the soldier who's still here, and nods and walks outside, and comes back in with a stone, no bigger than a like baseball. All right. So, are you gonna transform it yourself, or are you using the Soulcaster?
I guess I would use the soulcaster so that they can actually see it glowing and working and doing its thing.
Okay, fantastic. It is still just a DC 10, as it is a solid material to an organic material.
Oh my god, I keep putting 2 Ds
And it is
instead of
a
1.
transformation test, so you still do get to use your transformation, which is a +5.
Heck yeah. 5 or higher. Eat. Hell yeah.
As a charge is used from the Soulcaster, the stone in your hand converts into bone.
See? Easy.
Rising. Perhaps you've missed your calling or need to be hired as a Fabrian somewhere.
That's what I've been saying.
But we've now confirmed it works. The Fabrian will make sure that everything works after the fact. You'll hand it off to High Prince Vama tomorrow. He'll give you probably not too much of a speech, to be honest, but he'll give you your rewards. Then you'll be able to go about the rest of your days, doing whatever it is you need to do.
You're gonna know our names.
I have a feeling you're right. I hope it's for a good reason. At which point, somebody will come over and bring out a case for you to put the Soulcaster in. They will lock it up, and he'll tell you to come back tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm going to this is probably a bad idea now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm gonna whisper to Whisper
Mhm.
and ask why the frick doesn't the dude want to touch the soulcaster?
Whisper will just sort of be like, mm.
God damn it. Whisper.
People are
I need you to help
superstitious.
me
That's
out
my
here.
best bet.
Okay. I need you to help me out here sometimes, Whisper. I need you to do some reconnaissance.
I can do reconnaissance.
Yeah, I need you to listen in on people so that way I can just ask you things and not look dumb in front of my friends.
Deal. I'll listen into every conversation from now on from everybody.
Oh, you know what? We'll start there.
He disappears into a wisp of wind. The captain goes, why is there a wind spread in here? What the fuck? Is it windy? Where'd the wind come? Who opened the door? Or who opened the door?
Well, you know, they're pranksters.
Right, so I'll see you all tomorrow. I'd say come dressed in something presentable, if possible.
So this.
I'm gonna gesture to me as well.
I think most of you are in presentable stuff, aren't you? Hang on. Let's see. So Varda is wearing a uniform. That's presentable. Denai is wearing leather armor, but doesn't have leather armor proficiency, I don't think, or expertise. Denai would not be presentable. Denai has to wear just normal clothes to the meeting. Selith, you'd be able to wear the breastplate, but not the half plate. And then Marin, yeah, your Herdasian merchant outfit is presentable. I think Tanai's gonna be the only one who like can't wear their armor to the to the meeting or their normal clothes. But it's fine. I'm sure nothing will happen at the meeting.
Says the DM.
So, as the night rolls on, you are given rooms in the war camp. You are given rooms in the light-eyed district, as all of you are light eyes anyways. Nobody really bats an eye at the fact that you're here. You're all a part of the similar cast. They probably look at Tanai a little weird, because Tanai's an Arali who doesn't really follow the normal cast, but is considered light-eye adjacent in this particular case. You guys are able to sleep, able to rest. Is there anything you'd like to do in the camp before tomorrow? You got here very late in the day, so it's basically time to sweepsies. Immediately got pulled into conversations.
I want to stop by like a swordsmith or something and have the long sword that I got from the general or whatever, have the sword checked out and
Sure.
see if it can be like I don't know, transformed into something or just sold or you know.
Yeah.
Just make I'm trying to upgrade my equipment.
Easy enough. Quartermaster will look over it and be like, "Oh, it's in good condition. It's pretty nice. It's embellished. It's well done. I'm just looking to sell it back to us, I suppose, in this particular case. Or we're just looking to hand it off, as it were."
Yeah. Yeah, either sell it back to you or you know. I don't know. I'm looking to upgrade this sword and I'm gonna put my sword down. I want a better sword than this, or work towards a better sword than this.
Gotcha. You know what is weird about this game as a DM? I don't know if there's any way to upgrade weapons. Like there's no like plus weapons as far as I know.
You just have sword.
Yeah, exactly.
Have
Is
sword,
sword.
is good.
Yeah.
Well, because the upgrade
Okay.
is get a fucking shard blade, nerd. That's basically the upgrade.
Go from sword to shard to blade.
Pretty much.
W.
Oh, half shard.
Profit. Have sword, give sword back, get shard blade. Profit.
There's
Some weird exchange program.
there's poisons, there's oils that you can use. I'm just imagining like The Witcher, you just like put on a specific oil to kill something with it. Stadiums, mounds. There's some fabrials that you can equip to things. Like there's like amplifiers that you can equip to stuff, so you can put like a you can equip like a fabrial to your armor that makes it like a little tougher temporarily. But that you would not buy at just a blacksmith. I'd probably say a blacksmith could change around the expert traits on things. So
Okay.
your go back up to this longsword. The longsword's expert trait is that it loses the two-handed trait. So if you were willing to make it go back to having the two-handed trait, they could probably add like momentum to it or something, like something that the hammer has, where like the damage continues forward. Or try to give it like the deadly trait, but it would go back to being two-handed as well, so you wouldn't be able to use it and a shield anymore.
Nah.
Okay. There may be some experts who can give you things that have more expert traits on them. I'm gonna look more into upgrading weapons, but like you guys are tier 1 still, so it's one of those things where like the mundane weapons are kind of what you're stuck with in D&D until like, you know, a few levels in anyways. I believe that's the situation here. So yeah, he's like, not much I could do with that, but I could give you 60 marks for this longsword.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right, add 60 marks. So I didn't have your marks marked on anybody's pages, so if you guys would like to,
I put them in.
yeah, if you guys would like to do your own marks from before,
Yeah, I have 300 marks.
if
Not
you,
really.
yeah,
I have
hadn't,
59.
if you hadn't
I have
already, feel free to
109.
keep track of your marks. Is there anything else anybody does before tomorrow?
I don't think so.
No.
Nah.
Okay. Tomorrow comes. You're able to go back to the captain's, sorry, the commander's area. The commander will have the box brought out. The Soulcaster box is opened. Varda is able
Was that a loud
to.
bark?
Yeah. There's some axe hounds outside barking, right outside the commander's, outside the commander's, like building. He once again has Varda grab the Soulcaster out of the box. It is the same Soulcaster. Nothing has changed. He will then gesture for you all to follow him to the sort of major central building in this area. It does have multiple guards around it. It does have the glyph flag of Vama flying sort of to each side of it as you enter. There are members of Vama's court here, as well as sort of a lead up area, not to really a throne, but more like a long table of some kind. And you are able to see High Prince Vama. He is an Alethi individual, as one would expect. So he is fairly tall, seated in his chair. Black hair, sort of bright, almost cyan blue eyes. He wears an elegant but simple uniform that has the Vama glyphs on it, as well as are marked in orange and browns. Everything is fairly muted in here when it comes to coloration, other than those orange stripes. Almost everybody has some sort of an orange stripe or orange filigree on them, as that is a sort of representative color of Vama. Otherwise, just casual browns, normal leathers, that sort of thing. His wife standing behind him, notes in hand, he has a simp uniform. Yes, obviously. His wife behind him with scribing notes and writing down stuff while paying attention to all of you. Vama gestures for you all to come forward. Hello, my adventurers. I heard it was a success in finding a soulcaster. Is this true? Looking right at you, Varda, who's currently holding the soulcaster.
Yeah, it's true. And we have it here for you.
Wonderful. This is what true heroes can look like for our territory. Individuals willing to go out of their way to help a territory that merely needs some resources. For a long time, we have had to rent loaned out soulcasters by the king. No longer. Thanks to these four, we are now freed. Our resources can go towards bettering our territory, bettering lives for our people, and if things go well, hopefully getting out of the Shattered Plains. I appreciate what you four have done. You may now request boons of me. We shall begin with the one handing off the soulcaster. Varda, I believe.
Yes.
What is it that you desire?
I desire
Of course,
knowledge,
no.
patronage.
Patronage. I would be glad to offer it. I have heard, as well, that you've been looking into fabrials. So I shall grant unto you access to one of our fabrial gems and the resources required to make a fabrial. He looks over towards an ardent woman, sort of in the corner, and goes, "And our Fabrian here, who shall be putting together this soulcaster, shall assist you. Next, the Orali, someone from a far realm. Denai, I believe, correct?
Hey,
What is it that you desire?"
let me look at my boat.
200
uh,
bucks in a Ford Focus. No,
yeah, but for F50. Are there any better bows, or are there?
Oh no, she's coming up with something else, even though she made a deal previously.
I know. But I was like, man, maybe.
She's
I'm
gonna
good with.
catch Vama off guard.
No, I'm gonna stick with what I asked.
Okay. Then
Money.
to you I offer resources, patronage, in the money that has now been freed from the loans we owed our king. Now we can afford to pay those who do us a service. I shall offer you a stipend for an entire year. Next, the Herdazian merchant Marin. You've been making deals in my territory for a little bit before now,
Hey.
and you decided to become a hero.
Yes, sir.
What do you desire?
Marin will bow slightly. I also wish to tap into this stipend.
I also wish for that
Gladly.
glammy cash.
Gladly. With what has been freed, it is quite easy for us to reach into the coffers that were once owned by our king. I will offer you a portion of the stipend as well, enhanced, to make sure that it can cover both of you for the year, rather than just one. And finally, what does an ardent sword... how would he say this? Ardent studier of the sword wish?
I wish to be trained in the ways of shard, plate, and blade.
Interesting. This is a momentous occasion, as I will get to announce today to all here who did not know it. But we have contracted with a shard bearer. And you hear many people in the group here really like, what? Wait, how did... Yeah, like there's some gasps of like, wait, how did he actually find a shard bearer who was willing to help him? His territory had fucking nothing. What do you mean? It would be an honor to have you meet with this shard bearer. They seem to be willing to assist even our territory, which was small, floundering. But now we can pull ourselves out of this muck. But I can't just offer you that. So I too offer you basic armors. Materials from our fucking words. There you go. Materials from our quartermaster. Armors, weapons, should you need them. A meeting with a shard bearer who might be able to assist you. And I shall pull the curtain a bit, as I have heard of this request before today. I had a conversation with the swordmaster from High Prince Dalinar's territory, his war camp.
Dalinar.
It seems, perhaps, you will be invited to a 2-on-1 duel.
What?
Whoa.
Dalinar.
As apparently, from what I've heard, the High Prince's son Adolin is having troubles.
We have to fight Adolin.
So you'll be fighting with Adolin against
Oh.
the Swordmaster.
Oh. Oh.
great.
That kind of 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm. I do warn you. Well, you are an Ardent, so I suppose I don't have to warn you. And he just cuts himself off there. For anybody who's been in the war camps and gone to the other war camps, you would know that Adeline is sort of a playboy.
He is. Well.
Yeah, like he has kind of just women around all the time. Yeah, very much a playboy. Which is what he was gonna say, and then was like, "Oh wait, you're an Ardent. Technically, you're not. This might not actually matter."
I don't swing that way or the other way.
The only
Well, I
swinging
mean,
I
unless
make
it's a
is with a
weapon.
sword. Yeah.
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 But apparently, you've been invited to this. It is a practice. It will require you to have a shard, which means one shall be loaned to you, most likely. It'll help you get some training in for it. At least that is the hope.
Oh. Tape.
Now, the reward ceremony has ended. I need everyone who is not an official and or the 4 individuals who have been gifted something. I will have all 4 of you stay here for a little bit of a chat. The rest of you may now leave. I appreciate you all coming. Please get back to your daily duties. And be excited for the future of the Vermont territory. At which point, pretty much everyone leaves, except his wife, the Fabrian lady, a couple of other scribes, a couple of guards, the commander, and the sergeant before, the sergeant that had basically said who the scout previously was. And as everybody finally leaves the room, Vama will sort of like stoops himself down in his chair a little bit and goes, "Right, decorum can end now. Hopefully that wasn't too stuffy for all of you. I know you're not high members of court."
Not yet.
Is that all you wanted? I just want to make
Mm.
sure. I want to make sure the people who helped us get out of this slump actually are taken care of.
Mhm.
I mean, having my own would have been nice, but
he,
being loaned is good enough for now.
he smiles and, yes, well, it was hard enough getting a shard bearer willing to even work for us. So while Vama doesn't technically own a shard still, hopefully we'll someday own one, the shard bearer will be helpful. They seem nice enough. They'll probably assist you in training, but I wasn't certain, so I contacted the swordmaster in Dalinar's camp. Luckily, she was a slightly more amenable, as apparently Adeline refuses to be what she wants him to be. He's a good swordsman, but apparently lacking in many categories. Luckily, she's my friend, so it was quite easy to get conversations in with her. She will kick your ass, but it will be good training. And a
Well.
shard will be loaned to you, whether it's one of Dalinar's or my shard bearer or whatever. A shard will be loaned to you for the training purposes, which means you may learn what is required to wield the shard. Hopefully. Adeline should also assist you. Hopefully.
I'm so
But I thought that is a
ready.
more stable option on getting you shard training than relying on a shard bearer that I'm bringing in out of nowhere. As for you, Varda, and he looks over at the Fabrian, this is Umai. She is a Fabrian from Yakevd. She has your Fabrial for you, your Fabrial gem that I guaranteed you'd get, as well as knows how to properly make such things and can help mitigate some of the drawbacks or issues you might have in making your next Fabrial, or remaking a Fabrial, or whatever it is you Fabrians do. Gonna be honest, most of what I know is what my wife tells me.
That's fair.
I do have a question for you, especially as you are a Storm Warden. There was a rogue storm that came by a while ago.
There was.
It was unexpected and long. What's the calculations for the next storm?
We got about.
It should be 5 days now.
It's not a week. It's 5 days. Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, they don't do weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it was up to 6 days when you guys were there, but it took you a day to get here, so
Uh,
5 days.
it should be about
Understood.
5 days.
And he gestures towards one of the other scribes, and she just nods her head and moves out of the room. All right. 5 days. Time to prep the next set of stuff. You did get an emerald for the Fabrial, right? Looking over at Edumai, and she nods. Good, so we can make food. We're running low. I'd prefer not to rely on other groups. I heard that Sadius was a problem, Sadius's group. And that apparently I have new bridge crew.
Yeah.
Yes. Big problem.
That will be a problem. With us being forced to all work together by the king, Thaddeus and Dalinar have been leading the way in hunting gem hearts. They've been sharing them relatively equally, luckily, with the rest of us High Princes, but I've been having to put in more effort towards the large gem hearts than I've ever had to. Not great. A waste of resources that hopefully this Soulcaster will help cover. And I needed the Shard Bearer because of the gem heart hunts. Did you know that 2 Parshendi have been seen with shards?
Oh. No.
That's
Apparently,
pretty interesting.
they have shards as well. It's problematic. They don't seem to have shard plate, luckily. Only blades.
I thought
What?
that they were mostly sentient is a nice word for it.
The Parshmen that we're so used to, the servants that we use. Apparently in Parshendi form, they're more sentient, more skilled. Can't find myself a reason to disdain them as of yet, but to be fair, I haven't been the most embroiled in the fight. That has been Dalinar, Sadius, Rion's, the other High Prince's jobs. Been able to run support for quite a while. As, oh no, I don't have shard blades. Oh no, I don't have resources. I can't help. But now they're demanding that I assist. I would be grateful if I could have the assistance of 4 heroes who were able to stand up to at least a portion of Sadius's troops. I don't plan on sending you into battle as soldiers, but could use some.
I'm available.
When our shard bearer gets here, we plan on hunting one of the smaller fiends. We've located one. Carve out its gem heart and unfortunately share it, but something we must do now. Do any of you four have opinions on the king, King Elokar?
He is our king.
I don't know him that well.
I think he's going mad.
Oh.
What makes you say that?
As soon as we arrived here in the Shattered Plains, very soon after, he began to try to push the old Alethi code. No dueling during war times. Nobody follows that rule. No drinking while on duty. Most people don't follow that rule. A few other ancient rules and tasks. He's been enforcing it more and more. And worse, apparently he's had his scribes reading him a book over and over again.
Oof.
Is it a good book?
Hell if I know. Way of Kings? Whatever that means. Apparently it's some old myth book. But he wants us all to work together. Be united. Feels like he doesn't even want revenge for his own father's death anymore. Something seems off. At least his uncle's a little more proactive. That's Dalinar, the High Prince. Apologies for those of you who don't know the family structure.
Oop, thank you.
Mhm. Yes, Dalinar is the brother of the previous king who died.
He did.
Dalinar's brother, Gavilar. Galavar? Gavilar.
Gavilar. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Gav.
V first, right? Yeah, Gav.
Yes.
Gavilar. Okay. I'm dyslexian here. Hang on. Which letter comes first? King Gavilar was slain by the man in white, Saxon. Not a robe-wearing masked individual who shoots beams out of his
I
his
was
robes. I swear.
just gonna say.
It's always
Someone
white robe.
who apparently was using a shard blade and could do things that no other man could.
What kind of things?
Apparently, of the ones who survived the attack, someone saw him running on a wall. Someone saw him touch someone and send them to the ceiling.
But
My eyes are gonna go wide, wide, wide.
just gonna slowly look at them.
Just have no
Sell
poker
it.
face.
He looks at you, Sel, and goes, "Right? Sounds outrageous." Thinking that you're like wide-eyed for something being outrageous.
Sir.
It's like, do we tell him? Do we not tell him? Do we tell him? Not tell him?
How truly how outrageous would that be? And if you found out someone could do those things, would it be good or bad?
Vama is going to make an insight check. What is your spiritual defense?
It's not good.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Fantastic.
What is my what?
Oh, hey, he rolled a
Oh.
natural 20. 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Oh.
He pauses for a moment. All four of you have been very helpful to me. You have brought me a powerful item, and have not harmed my people. Are you here to kill the king?
I'm just gonna start actually laughing. It's like-
I'll go, ha, ha. What?
Marin just standing there, not even laughing.
Just why would we kill the king?
Well, apparently at least one of you has similar powers.
In my defense, I only found out about him yesterday.
There's indeed only one.
He looks over towards one of the scribes and goes, "Leave now." She immediately
No.
turns and walks out of the room. Sergeant, make sure that door is closed. Make sure nobody's on the other side of it. Don't let anybody enter.
Anxiety.
He leans forward a bit and goes, "Do you seriously have these powers, or something similar?"
But yes. I don't know. I don't know if it's exactly what you're talking about, but if you're saying that this person has the ability to make gravity change, then yes, I have something that is similar.
He sort of leans back in his chair and goes, "And you all willingly worked for finding me a soulcaster. This wasn't some trick, right?" And he looks over at the Fabrian, and the Fabrian looks down at the soulcaster that you've put over, and is like, "It's real."
Yes, we all willingly worked for you.
Yes,
Well, I willingly work for you.
I was hired for
I
a
did.
job. I did the job.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I didn't know about this until yesterday. So I've been working for you for a while. So welcome.
Right. Information about your powers spreads no further than this chamber, for now.
Okay, so like this whole training stuff with the whole shard blade and whatnot, like no powers during that at all? Not even to like win a shard blade?
He sort of smiles a little bit and goes, "If you have powers like that, like the assassin did, you're gonna win a lot of fights."
Yeah, that's the plan.
Hell yeah.
Sorry to pry, but only you, or... and looks at the rest of you.
Only Selith can fly. Yeah.
You swear you see the High Prince squint and make an insight check immediately against you as well, and succeed
Oh my
against your
gosh.
defenses. Then what can you do?
Do you want me to show you? I like doing it. It's very fun.
He like... That sounds ominous. Sure.
It's not ominous. Let's see. Come on. Here's a rock. Pick up the rock and be like,
High Prince is
Let's
very
see.
discerning. True. Apparently he's rolling very high. He also
yeah.
has 3 check marks in insight, so he has a minimum of a +3 on top of what his normal awareness was.
I mean,
He's
you're talking
higher
about a
level.
prince who deals with people trying to assassinate him, so
And he's higher level than you guys, and he's mostly envoy. So he's got similar skills to Marin.
Yeah. Ooh, I know. Here's okay. We got this rock here.
I agree, that is a rock.
Cool.
All right.
And then this is just to you
It's a
for
rock.
gameplay stuff.
Mhm.
I'll just turn it into crystal.
Okay, solid into solid then, or is that organic? It
Yep.
doesn't matter. It's still a 10.
Solid.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, why am I asking you that question? Solid or organic into solid or organic is still just a DC 10. You beat a 10 or
Huh.
get a 10. Congrats, you got a 10. Yeah, no.
W.
Without a soulcaster holding this piece of rock, it turns into crystal. And he goes,
That. I do that.
you can soulcast without a soulcaster. The Fabrian, who's like standing in front of you, is now like, you're fairly certain the soulcaster is about to fall out of her hands with how she's staring at you.
So be careful, don't drop that.
She like quickly bundles it back together in her hand and goes, it's amazing. Like, can and the High Prince puts up his hand and goes, again, none of this leaves this room until we figure out what this is, what is happening here, if we should share this with anybody. If all of you are willing to continue working for me, congratulations, you just gained a permanent spot here.
Hell yeah.
I do want to know every power you have, though, because this is amazing.
So about that, I don't understand. There's something else, but I don't quite know
Okay,
what it is.
that's fine. We'll give you room for studying. We'll attempt to make sure you can learn this new ability.
I'm gonna while other people are talking, I'm gonna whisper again to whisper and just be like, Psst, go tell the others that ask them if we should tell them about you guys.
Whisper goes, I mean, he's not gonna see us anyways.
Do you think that'll just make him think that we're crazy?
I mean,
wait, you're not already?
Hey,
I
Yeah,
mean,
but he doesn't need to know that.
your friend just soulcast without a soulcaster, so I mean, you're already really weird. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably fine. You could probably tell him about us. I don't know if I would trust a person, but I mean, he seems fine.
Hey, I'm a person.
I agree. That is an accurate statement.
I'm gonna eyeball whisper and just be like, that was rude. And then go back to the conversation.
You're a person, and I'm almost a person. Person adjacent.
got it, Jason.
What about the rest of you? Do all of you have something?
Tanai is just gonna look down and be like, I haven't used anything, but I feel like I have something.
Pretty much same on my part.
Okay.
I was told I could do something similar to Varda.
Soul casting without a
Right.
soul caster.
Yeah, but I've not tried it, so I don't really know the ins and outs of working it.
You want to try? I got this nice crystal here. Could turn it back into a rock. It was a rock before. I'm sure
Sure,
I'd like
I'll
to go
try.
back to being a rock.
I like that. Marin, you technically are better at it than him too, which is great. You're 1 point better at it than Varda.
Eat.
yeah, you grab the crystal and you're like, okay, how do I do this? I gotta like, I don't know, put stormlight into it or something, and then you start hearing, I'm a crystal now. I'm a crystal now.
But
I'm
you still
only
wanted
a
to be a
crystal.
rock, right?
I was a rock, but now I'm a crystal.
But
Mm.
you really still wanted to be a rock.
I want to be a rock again?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it turns back into a rock. And the High Prince is like, I send an expedition to find a soulcaster, and I get 3 of them?
Ah!
You're welcome. It's what they call going above and beyond.
We should get a raise.
I agree.
3
Can I touch
soulcasters.
the? Can I touch the rock and make it like slippery?
Did you say slippery? Sorry, you're a little quiet.
Or yeah, like the abrasion or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
She just licks the rock.
Tanai reaches out her hand, touches it, and when she touches the rock, Marin, there's no way you're holding onto it. It just goes like, whoop, and almost like cartoon style, slips out of your hand. When it hits the ground,
So
which is supposed to be level, like completely level, you're very.
actually, before it hits the
Oh,
ground,
yeah,
Marin's
yeah.
gonna like instant reflexes try to grab at it.
Oh, yeah, okay. You try to grab at it, and it's like trying to grab air. It just goes straight through your finger somehow. The rock is larger, and it just like, whoop, 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 like cartoon style as you're trying to grab this thing. And then as it hits the ground, which is supposed to be pretty level, I mean, it's a soul-casted building, you're able to quickly tell that this building is slightly not level because it's slowly sliding to the corner of the room. It has no friction and just keeps slowly sliding away until the stormlight disappears after about, I believe, 1 point of investiture when you're not in combat lasts a minute. Or is it a minute? Is it 10 seconds? It's something like that. Hang on, let me double check here. Using surges, surge effects, surge scaling, surge dice, expending infused investiture, adding, infusing an object.
Can
Investiture.
I also be like curious? Be like, huh? And then like looks at herself and then starts sliding as well.
Hell yeah, you can. So you use 1 point of investiture per minute. So, yeah, you're able to infuse yourself.
Yeah, like that.
When you infuse yourself
What I
with
thought of.
abrasion, it's like everything is like ice skating.
Like, I don't think
Just
this place is
imagining-
level.
just imagining this high prince who
I want
like
to push
is
her.
trying to be totally casual with us, but then suddenly there's like just a bunch of children in his room with brand new powers, and just like but like touching everything, changing everything around, and he's just like, ah.
Yeah, originally it was just going to be like a candor, like, okay, do you guys actually need anything else? And then it was followed by, what's your opinions on the king? I actually need, like, to know, like, how much I can trust you guys. Saying stuff about the king is kind of paramount to, treason, but also nobody's going to stop us at this point. And I need to know, like, what's your opinion on him? I think he's maybe going a little mad. You guys don't seem to be super worried about Alethi, stuff. And so here's some information about how things work. And then it was just like, oh, hey, I have the same powers as the assassin. And he's like, what? And then you guys start playing around with your abilities, and he goes, did I just earn a bunch of weird superpowered people? What the fuck just happened? Yeah, this is the Cosmere RPG, Broken Thought. It is related to the Storm. This particular one is the Stormlight Archive. So if you've ever read the Stormlight Archive books or anything based in the world of Roshar, by Brandon Sanderson, because like Warbreaker and stuff are technically also on Roshar, which is a different series, but it's still the same planet as Stormlight Archive. That's what this one comes from. But yeah, and he goes, 2 soulcasters, a person who can slide around freely. Any other abilities that I need to know about? Or that you'd be willing to share?
Tonight is gonna be too nervous to think about trying the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You're fairly certain that as you're like thinking about that and being nervous about it, you do hear Kindle go, choice not to.
What do you say?
Responsible.
I'm sorry.
It's a good choice not to. It's responsible to not
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah. That's what
Abrasion
she
you
was
can use
thinking
freely,
too.
though. It's not as destructive.
Yeah, she'll keep that one a secret for now and
Mhm.
only use it when needed.
I'm gonna make Varda's shoe stick to the floor.
What? Wait. Okay. Do I notice you doing this?
Well, I obviously bend down and touch your shoe, so
Are you gonna? I was gonna say, are you gonna try to resist it, or are you willingly being adhered to the surface, Varda?
I'm gonna leave it, but then I'm gonna change something of theirs.
Ooh. Yeah, Zelith, because he's willing. You touch his shoes, and Varda, your shoes are just like cemented. They're just stuck permanently to the ground. Well, I say permanently for a minute. They're just frozen to the
Ouch.
ground, basically. There's flickers of that white stormlight underneath, as if like a sort of like electrical charge is holding it stuck into the ground. Oh, you just meant looking up the rules? Yeah, I'm scrolling through the rules at all times, which is why I have it on the page here. Because I mean, it's that, or I just show a map. Because right now there's no combat or anything. It's all role play and imagination. Um, yeah, outside of a scene, investiture lasts 10 minutes.
Holy.
In an endeavor, it lasts from 1 to 10 minutes. In a conversation, it lasts about 1 minute. And in combat, it lasts 10 seconds. Basically, the more in the moment you are, the harder it is, or the more tense
The
it
less
is to keep
focus you
things
have.
charged. Yeah. In this case, all your powers are lasting for up to a minute. And yeah, Selith, you lock down Varda's the boots. And then Varda, what did you want to do?
I'm gonna change. Well, what are they wearing again? No, they're wearing their whole armor, right? Because it's
breastplate.
presentable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is a presentable piece of armor, so it has some basic padding, it has a breastplate, it has like the high boots that are well laced up. Is a presentable entire suit of gear.
I will say the probably the only personal items that I have, if this even exists in this world, is that I probably have some like earrings and stuff.
Mhm.
Probably a bunch, handful
Totally
of
have
them.
those.
Just little like hoops, like those little huggy hoops, like all down my ear. If
I
you're
want to
looking
change
for
some of them
something that
hoops.
won't,
I want to change them
yeah,
hoops.
hoops.
Varda is reaching for one of your hoops.
Give them some wooden hoops.
I try and smack him out of there. No, don't touch.
At which point, it's a transformation versus physical defense. If you want to try to make the attack, Varda,
I'm gonna do it.
do it. Make the attack. You have to beat a DC 16.
Good job. Oh,
Heck yeah.
18, nice.
Yeah, so Selith, you're like, no, and he like gets a like just for a split second, he gets enough of his hand onto a part of the hoop,
wink.
and the hoop that was probably metal of some kind is now turned into a piece of wood. It is now a wooden hoop. It is exactly the same shape, exactly the same smoothness, but it's just wood now.
Oh, I should have made it meat. That would have been fun. It's okay.
The High Prince sort of goes, "How much can you use these powers?" Is there a limit?
It's got something to do with Stormlight. That's all I figured out. Every time I use it, my spheres go done. So
All right, let's do a test then. And he grabs a couple of bowls, puts them out, and goes, "Put all of your marks in these bowls. Keep them separated, obviously."
Wait.
Do you all
Okay.
willingly put your marks into the bowls?
yes.
I guess.
All of them?
Yes, all of them, please.
Yes, but you can see the reluctance on Marin's face.
I'm just
And he
science.
does, yeah,
Toss them in.
he does make sure that the bowls are like separated out in front of each of you. And he looks and sees that some of the orbs are a little more done than others, and goes, "Okay, use as much of your power as you can that is like easy to reuse. Whichever of your powers is the easiest to use over and over again, use it until you're exhausted from what you believe is exhausted." Who is going to do that?
I guess in this
I
case, Marin
will.
can try to use his illumination.
Hell yeah, you're gonna use illumination? Illumination is cool. Okay.
Is dope as fuck.
Oop,
I
I'm getting a
will
call because I think we're getting Applebee's. Hang on.
Another call.
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
Applebee nuts.
Apple.
Got him.
The bees of apples. What?
It's like the birds and the bees, but for plants.
I will not bow. I will not pray.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so illumination. What are you doing for illumination? What are you doing for the High Prince so that he can see this?
I don't specifically remember what I can do with illumination without any of the upgrades into it.
Okay, so there's so many cool things you can do just because you have it. Also, did you get another mark in it as well? You did. You have 2 marks, so you can make up to a medium thing. So something that's 5 foot by 5 feet, basically a full cube worth of space.
Oh yeah, I
So-
can do complex. Try to like make a person kind of thing.
Yes. Yes,
Well-
correct. So simpler complex illusions. They use 1 investiture every 10 minutes, even in combat. If the illusion depicts a character or a more complex object, it instead uses an investiture per round. So if you want to go complex, then it burns through investiture.
I mean,
For
that
the
could definitely make
duration.
it faster. So what if I went ahead and just like, I don't know, made Varda?
You totally can. There's another option if you want to make Varda, and that is you can use 1 investiture. Oh no, because you don't spend it if you disguise yourself. I forgot to mention, if you disguise yourself, as long as you have 1 investiture, it doesn't use any investiture. You just need to have at least 1 available to you. It doesn't actually use it.
It might be better if I don't disguise myself yet.
Which is fucking insane. So that's a great ability. Yeah, so maybe keep that one a secret for now. Okay, so Varda, you appear in front of you.
He's so handsome.
A perfect depiction of Varda appears, at which point the High Prince is like, "Oh, is that physical?" And he actually stands up finally and will like walk down from the table and like put his hand through the illusion. If you allow him, Marin, while you're maintaining it,
Yeah.
what are you having the illusion do? Because you can have it do whatever you want. You can have it be complex and move and
Make
try
him
to
do the
make basic
Dougie.
objects.
Let's have it do a handshake with Varda and
Sure. It reaches out to do a handshake with Varda.
I'm gonna try. Shake his hand.
Yeah, your hand goes straight through the illusion, and there's a
What?
sparkle of that sort of same stormlight that seems to stick to things when you're using adhesion or that kind of stuff. That same sparkle of white light almost, as your hand just goes straight through the illusion.
Right after that, right as it goes through, I wanted to do the Spider-Man meme.
Okay,
Point.
immediately the Varda points at you and goes, "Oh."
I'll point back.
My friends is like, amazing. Huh. Can it make sound? At which point, I don't know, I gotta remember, I don't think it can until you get to a later part. There's a thing about sound somewhere, I forget. Yeah, no sound or animations if you do a simple object. If you depict a complex object, depicts a character or more complex object, it instead uses, but it doesn't say that it makes any sound if you use a more complex object. I'm trying to remember when they give you access to sound in this, because I know there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I've got plenty of willpower.
Right?
Hey.
For now, I'm going to assume that it just doesn't make sound, because I gotta look into that. You are seemingly unable to make any sound with it for the time being. And the High Prince will just nod and mess with the illusion a little bit, just to like see it go vroom, 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 through the illusion of Varda, which you're able to freely manipulate, move, animate, do as you please, until your investiture runs out. And it does. You get to 0. The illusion just seems to fade. It disappears. You can't re-imbue it with any investiture. It no longer consumes any. You feel not empty, but you can tell that there's no light in you anymore. There's nothing hyping you up. There's no zoom of lightning or energy inside of you, I guess is the best way to describe it. There was this feeling that was always sort of there in the background that you can tell is gone right now.
Your zoomies are gone.
And importantly, it doesn't seem to be coming back, as there is no source of stormlight on your person or within range of you. Now, I believe within range of you, technically speaking, is within 20 feet. So hang on, let me double check that. Radiant order, attract and Sprand is ideal. You don't have to attract Sprand. You already started with Sprand. Don't worry about it. Sprand, order, Knights Radiant. These are the ideals of the Dustbringers. Ignore that. Nobody saw that. It's fine. Invested third ideal. Take a spire. No. Where was it? Where's the breathe? Where's the breathe? I sworn it was in playing. Oh, there it is. It's right here. Sorry, within 5 feet of you. Okay. So yeah, as you're breathing in normally, as you're doing what would be the action that you're used to being able to like take a deep breath and suddenly your power surges again. You're back to normal, but it's not happening. The High Prince will grab your bowl of still like lit up spheres, walk it closer to you, and then you can see it. You breathe in deeply. There's this faint light around your mouth, as if you're literally breathing in light. A few of the spheres in the bowl that is now close to you go done. And you feel reinvigorated, maxed out again with your investiture, and able to do more of your powers, more of your abilities. The High Prince sort of nods and goes, I need to find you a source of stormlight, apparently. I'll look into this. All of you can grab your marks again. Apologies. But it seems we
Help.
found how your abilities work. And he looks over
Help.
towards his commander and goes, make sure nobody else learns this, because that is also a problem. The commander sort of nods. We need to make sure each of you always has something invested with Stormlight in it. So, I'm gonna try my best to get you some gems, jewelry, or otherwise that can hold Stormlight. Make sure that you don't rely purely on the money in your pocket. And he'll walk back to sit back in his chair. All of your abilities are amazing. The only one I haven't seen so far, I suppose, is you switching gravity? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I'm gonna just pick up one of the empty marks and hold it in my hand and switch the gravity so it just goes straight up and then will eventually come straight back down and I'll catch it.
Heck yeah. As if falling upwards, it just is a peak. It sort of clatters against the ceiling here and rolls just a little bit as the ceiling is not level either. It just rolls a little bit
Oh,
up
okay.
the top. And then the gravity switches and it falls back down into your hand. Do it on objects. People.
I think I can also make myself fly. Uh, uh, you? I haven't done that yet.
Right. This is not what I was expecting to have conversations about today. Apparently, I'm about to become a patron of whatever all of you are.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And also, we might need to keep some of this secret as much as possible. So yes, no using your powers, the big powers, during the duels.
Oh man. I'm gonna try and get me some shard plate.
Oh my. What are the chances that 3 soulcasters were found in the ruins? Mai looks over and goes, do they just have to look good? As long as they look close enough. Then 3 it was. Congratulations, Marin and Varda. You just earned soulcasters. I mean, you found 2 that we weren't expecting.
Hooray! Thanks.
We did good.
How you learned to use them, Marin, is you hang around the Fabria in a couple of days. Make it seem like you're interested in how Fabrials work. That you got paid to train in it as a Fabrian found a skill unexpected in you. Make it seem like you're professional soulcasters now. A couple in training. Don't know if anybody's going to believe that I suddenly gained 3 soulcasters and 3 that can use them. But I'm excited for the future. Excited to see what we can do with this. If all of you are willing to join in a gem hunt and possibly slay a small chasm fiend, I'd be
Ooh.
appreciative, and it would help make sure that you're a part of my group. It would make sure that you're very visibly and obviously part of my troop.
I so I got a pokey stick. I don't know how much help it'll be against a chasm fiend.
It's fine. You're a soul caster. We'll have you do some soul casting. We'll have roles for each of you. And to make it look like you're permanently hired. Official members. Easiest way for me both to protect you and guarantee that hopefully you're willing to stay here under my banner. My territory has been in not a great shape. With the assistance of you four and the luck I've had so far in finding another shard bearer who hopefully will be as useful as he seems, things are looking up. Only if you all are willing.
Sure.
I don't want it to sound like I'm conscripting you all, but you did just tell me a lot of secrets. And I do very much appreciate and would like all of your services. I promise to back you all as well as I can for what little territory I own and what small resources I have. Perhaps we can make something big of the territory of Vermont. You all willing to join?
We can try. Yes.
Yeah.
Marin, you son of a bitch, I'm in! Can I?
Yes.
Alright. Then I need to come up with official positions for you. Varda, you are a trained soulcaster. It makes sense. You're Storm Warden. Who knows what you learned? Marin, soulcaster in training. But also I might use you as a bit of a spy. I say spy. Distraction artist, I guess, is a better way to describe you. If you can make illusions and make it look like our armies are bigger than expected, perhaps we can mess with people. Selith, well, hopefully you become a shard bearer for us.
Yes.
We'll have to get you a shard, and that means I have to get a shard first. Or you need a duel for one, find someone who can loan you one for a duel. Find resources. I can try to give you something to stake, but chances are nothing is as valuable as a shard blade. But if you can get a shard blade and start dueling, start getting wins, then my territory does good. So I'm going to double check, make sure that you get as well trained as we possibly can, and give you as much resources as I reliably feel worth betting on you. I don't know if any of you all have any other powers caused by the Stormlight, but try to make sure you all have access to Stormlight whenever possible. Keep your marks on you. Keep them well lit. If you have done spheres, we'll trade them out regardless of situations. We'll trade them for lit spheres. Nobody will bother checking if they're fake or real. It doesn't matter. You need to be lit. As well as I'll try to
We're
get you
so
some
lit.
gemstones. It's something that can hold light for you. Tomorrow, the shard bearer arrives. Each of you will be able to go about a basic day. See where you best will fit into our war camp, into our society. If you need to be moved around, just ask me. I'll move you to whatever position you need or want. Other than mine, I suppose. Don't go trying to be a high prince now. It's not all it's
That
cracked
sounds
up
like
to
too
be.
much work.
You say that seems like too much work, and his wife, you just see her like nodding right behind him. Your powers don't leave this room as much as possible. I'm going to code everything and make everything seem as if all of our deals are just very important people I'm interested in. You might have some eyes on you, so do be careful. And I hope you have a proper thanks and welcome to Vama War Camps. Even though some of you have been here for a while, congrats. You're now a proper part of it.
Promotion!
And that, as we have made it past 5, is where we're going to end for the night. I want to say thank you everybody who came by to watch over on Twitch, as I was only streaming on Twitch and YouTube for the VOD. I will be back probably tomorrow. I'm probably not going to stream anymore tonight. I got some stuff to set up and do, most likely. But I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do some multiplayer Monday stuff, probably, hopefully, maybe.
Sure.
And I'll see y'all then. Bye, stream.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
bye-bye.
Sam.
Bye-bye.